Hi, everyone. I'm Suzanne Skolnick. Over the past 2 decades I've been in practice, I've witnessed firsthand the challenges an injured person faces when going up against the insurance company. It's a classic David versus Goliath situation. The insurance company making lowball settlement offers or refusing to admit fault altogether. Insurance companies will do everything possible to avoid having to pay out on a claim. By way of example, we recently had an underinsured motorist claim against a major insurance company. For those who don't know, underinsured motorist coverage is insurance coverage that a person pays for in order to protect themselves when they are injured by a motorist whose policy limits are insufficient to cover all of the injured person's damages. In our case, our client was seriously injured in a crash with an underinsured motorist. The underinsured motorist policy limit was $250,000. However, the insurance company took the position that they did not have to pay a penny of that coverage to our client because they claimed that a government vehicle, which did not have an insurance policy, was partially at fault. Their refusal to pay the claim was based on an overly broad interpretation of the law. To convince the insurance company they were wrong, we researched the law by looking at how courts have interpreted the law in other cases. We look back at the law, which has been around since the 1980s, to determine why was it passed to begin with. This is referred to as legislative intent. Determining what the legislature intended when they passed the law can be very helpful in interpreting the law as well. Finally, and this was probably the most important in our case, we researched and found documents that the insurance company had filed in court 18 years before our case, where they argued the exact opposite of what they were arguing in our case. Armed with all of this information, we were able to convince the insurance company and its attorneys that they were wrong and that they must pay their $250,000 policy limit to our client. If you or a loved one were injured in an accident, please contact me for a free initial consultation. I'm happy to help out.